Good morning, welcome to Catex TV. My name is Frank Fortunato. Today is Tuesday, August 14th, 2012. The United States Federal Court of Appeals ruled yesterday that General Reinsurance Corporation's $72 million settlement of investor claims that it had participated in a fraudulent transaction with American International Group could in fact now be revived and possibly be suspect to class action suits. Gen Re is part of Warren Buffett's Berkshire Hathaway Group. Investors led by 3 Ohio public pension funds had brought a suit alleging that the two companies were involved in a scheme that allowed AIG to improperly inflate its own loss reserves. The federal district judge had ruled that that was improper and allowed the settlement to go ahead. The appeals court sent it back to the district court saying, you should look carefully at this prospect of a settlement being thrown out with a class action suit being brought in. Marsh in the United Kingdom, the big broker, announced that pre-tax profits rose about 12.5%, up to £156 million. Marsh Limited, which includes the reinsurance arm of Guy Carpenter, indicated that turnover rose 18%, up to about £670 million. There was a very strong earthquake a couple of hours ago, a 7.7 off eastern Russia, just to the north of Japan. There have been no reports of any damage or no tsunami report, but it was noticeable because it was a big quake. Meanwhile, back in Iran, which was hit by 2 large quakes over the weekend, they've now reversed course and gone from an earlier position of saying that they were entirely self-sufficient and did not need any foreign assistance to saying they welcome foreign assistance. Over 300 people are dead and more than 3,000 are injured. Those big storms that went through Ohio in late June and early July have now become the 3rd most costly natural disaster in Ohio history. Claims of about $435 million are expected. 38 counties were affected back on June 29th to July 2nd. The all-time record is Hurricane Ike in 2008, which produced losses of about $1.14 billion. In northern France last night, dozens of young men began to riot, pulling drivers from cars, stealing the vehicles, burning a school, and burning a youth center. The police in Amiens say that at least 16 officers were hurt by the time the riot ended early this morning. At the height of the confrontation, 150 police were facing off against young men throughout the neighborhood. Amazingly, though, no one was arrested. In Christchurch, New Zealand, on the southern island of New Zealand, rain continues to fall, bringing fears that more flooding is going to damage already sodden pasture land. The Meteorological Service predicts another 70 millimeters of rain will fall by tonight. Federated Farmers Insurance Company in New Zealand says that prolonged rain is a very large cause of concern. Japan's 3 leading non-life insurance holding companies, NKSJ, Tokyo Marine, and Mitsui Sumitomo, have reported combined securities valuation losses, i.e. investments, of about $1.85 billion for the quarter. Combined now, the 3 have seen net profit fall 90% already through this year. It's mainly due to the diminution of investment income, as well as ongoing losses from, guess what, the Thai floods. Meanwhile, in Bermuda, it's a different story. The reinsurers' profits down there have increased by nearly 50% year on year, as the absence of catastrophes have allowed them to keep more premium dollars. A group of 17 U.S.-listed companies based down there reported a combined net income of $2.14 billion compared to $1.45 billion last year. And the Insurance Institute for Highway Safety have come out with their annual report saying that luxury cars, or the results of crash tests on luxury cars, are raising worries that most cars might not be able to provide protection from serious injuries. BMW, Mercedes, and Lexus all earned poor ratings in a test that simulated what happens when the front corner of a sedan hits another vehicle or an object, such as a tree. Just 3 of the 11 luxury cars from 2012 passed the new crash test, which looked at front corner impacts. The Insurance Institute said that if luxury cars are failing at such a high rate, it's likely that the less expensive cars don't do well either. Nearly every new car, said the Institute, performs well in frontal crash tests. However, we still see more than 10,000 deaths a year. Small overlap crashes, which include the type of accident examined by the new test, are a major cause of these fatalities. Acura TL, Volvo S60 earned good ratings. The Infiniti G was rated acceptable. The Acura TSX, BMW 3 Series, Lincoln MK7, and Volkswagen CC all received marginal ratings. The Audi A4, Lexus ES350, Lexus IS 250/350, and the Mercedes-Benz C-Class were rated as poor. It's not good news if you're a car maker of one of those cars. That's the news for today. If we have any breaking news, we'll come back and tell you. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.